Publishing Group, making a difference one story at a time. We'll be shining the light on successful founders, entrepreneurs, business owners, and leaders that are getting results and making a difference. We'll talk about how they built their businesses, are creating movements, and leveraging the power of authority in their own lives. Be sure to stick around to the end of the show, and we'll reveal how you can be our next guest. Let's get started. Everybody, it's Michelle Prince, the host of the Power of Authority Spotlight, where we connect with successful founders, entrepreneurs, business owners, and leaders about how they built their businesses, how they're creating movements, and leveraging the power of authority in their own lives. I'm excited to introduce you to our guest here in just a minute, because I've been on his show. I know what he's doing. And so I know you all are going to love hearing from him today. But first, just a quick message. This episode is brought to you by Performance Publishing Group. Performance Publishing Group provides top quality, comprehensive book publishing services for soon-to-be authors. The Performance Publishing team has helped hundreds of people realize their dream of becoming an author. And I personally believe that everyone has a story. I know you agree with that, Dr. Pelè, and that every story matters. I do believe that when you get it out there in a book, though, you have an opportunity to make an even bigger impact. So as a partner publisher, Performance Publishing Group can offer you more than just expert guidance. They want to make sure you get the book of your dreams and reap the rewards. To learn more, go to performancepublishinggroup.com. All right, let me introduce you to my friend, Dr. Pelè. He is founder of ClientJam, a software and community building and community that delivers consistent client acquisition for highly paid experts. Through hands-on mentorship, he helps creative entrepreneurs, coaches, and consultants unleash their hidden powers of mindset and marketing to achieve business success they seek. And I know he does it in some pretty unique ways through music. So welcome to the show, Dr. Pelè.
Thank you so much, Michelle Prince. It's awesome to be on this side of the conversation.
I know. I loved
you.
Our show that we talked about the power of your story, and every story matters. And and so now you're right. We're flipping it around here because I want to know your story. And so tell us a little bit more about what you do and what your mission is.
Thank you for that introduction. You know, I'm named after the greatest soccer player on earth. His name is Pele, although I pronounce my name Pelè. And I have to tell you, I cannot play soccer to save my life. I am the worst soccer player on the planet. However, I was so inspired by his name and his pursuit of excellence in life. And so I hope to think that in my own small way, I've tried to be good at other things like music and writing and things like that. But, you know, Pele was once asked, how is it that you're so good at soccer? And you know what he said?
What?
He said, practice is everything. And you can check up that quote. He doesn't believe in talent. He doesn't believe in just showing up and being the best on the planet. He believes in practice. And so I've sort of adopted that. And so I practice relentlessly on everything I do, including content marketing. In fact, what I've offered to the world is this thing called, you can see ClientJam. I'm a client jammer, which means a chance to practice and get feedback on content marketing. You know, so many of us go online, we want to become authorities, and we aren't really sure how to do it. But what we do is what's called copycat marketing. You look at what other people are doing, and you see what you can get for free online, and you learn about, trying this or that. And then you usually just do it all wrong. And then you know, you just get frustrated, right?
Right.
So what I've built is a community of practice where leaders, entrepreneurs, coaches, consultants can come together and practice content marketing in such a way that they can get feedback, get better at it, and eventually become excellent at attracting clients through content marketing. You know, the alternative is to go buy it. You just go, do an advertisement. But we all know how expensive paid content marketing can be. So organic content marketing is something you actually have to get good at. So to your question as to how did I arrive here, I'll let you tee up another question, but I just want to explain to you that I'm very much passionate about this topic because of my background, but I'll let you tee that up. I think you just wanted to know what I do right now.
Well, yeah, Yeah, that. And I mean, I'm interested in the backstory more than anything, because I think we're all fascinated when people are successful. You have a, successful business community, but how did you get there? Like what
Yeah.
led to that?
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And actually part of it is why I'm holding
Mhm.
this guitar. What has happened is I've actually, after so many years, I've surrendered to
Mm.
who I really am. The world has given me evidence that I like this particular thing called profitable happiness. And that's my
Yes.
whole brand.
Yes.
And for me, it started really way back, as a child. I grew up in Africa. Uh, I was a brand new young little child in the late 60s when there was a civil war happening in my country.
Mm.
Country, it was called Biafra. It was trying to break away from the parent country called Nigeria. And it was a bloody civil
Mm.
war. We're talking millions of children dying, the black and white pictures of
Yes.
hungry children and just people running from refugee camp to refugee camp. I was one of those children who survived.
Wow.
And my mother and I were in these different refugee camps. And in the absence of food and in the fear of hunger and dying from bombs, my mother did the only thing she could do. She sang to me. She,
Oh.
she would take my name, Pelè, and she would put it in a song. She would make up a rap or a song and just sing it to me.
Oh, I love
And
that.
and the most amazing thing would happen. The happiness that I got from that song would drive away the hunger. It
Mm.
would drive away the fear of dying.
Mm.
And we survived that war partially because of my mom's ability to use content through song, right?
Mm.
To divert my attention from the pain and the fear of dying. And that's when I learned my life's greatest lesson, which is this. You know, happiness comes before success
Mm.
and not the other way around, right? Happiness can
Mm.
drive away the pain of hunger and even the fear of bombs. And happiness is the fastest path to your business profit. And
Mm.
so I like to teach and share this concept of profitable happiness. So
Yeah.
for me, happiness came at an early age around the topic of music.
Yes.
For all my life, I abandoned it and I didn't do it because I was trying to copy everybody else, right?
Mhm.
But now here
Mhm.
I am. I actually am a teacher. I have a PhD. I do marketing online,
Yeah.
but I'm going to first start with my happiness because it
Oh,
actually, believe it or not, it attracts people to me at a human level much more than anything I know. Is just being myself. So
yes, it's
that's
your
my story, and
authentic
I'm
self.
sticking with it.
Yes, no, you said a whole lot there that is really worth repeating. I mean, happiness drives away pain and fear. That's powerful, and it is true. If you think about, I can think about even in my own life. I mean, when you find your true authentic self, your happiness, what lights you up, it does allow you to step into that next phase of your life, which ultimately could bring success. I know that was the case for me, when I started to write and kind of follow my passion. It was that happiness, passion, kind of same thing that drove that versus me trying to force that. And it
Yeah.
sounds like that's the same for you. I love that. That's really good.
Yeah, and I think you said something interesting. A lot of people say don't follow your passion
Mm,
because they feel that if your passion is something that doesn't make any money, then you're about to just mess up your whole life.
yeah.
Okay. But actually, what I teach is that you don't have to follow your passion 100%. You
Mm,
can include your passion,
right.
okay, as part of your profit. And that's the trick. That's the thing. Like if you're having a bad work experience, you hate your job,
Mm-hmm.
ask your boss to allow you to bring in some of the things you love into
Mm-hmm.
your job. So that way you don't have to hate your job. Or if you're an
Right.
entrepreneur, and for example, me, it's hard to make money in a traditional music career if you don't have a record deal and all those things. But what's stopping me from including music as part of
Yes.
how I get content out there? And so
Yes.
if you go to my website, on my website, there's a music video as opposed to me trying to sell anybody anything. It's a song called I Surrender. And it's all
Yes.
about you have to surrender to what makes you come alive. Because if you do that, everybody responds to you more positive.
Mm. Because that's just, I mean, we were created to, exude who we truly are.
Yeah.
The passion thing kind of reminds me of, I've always said that passion is a clue. Passion isn't everything, but it is the start of everything. But
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a clue to our purpose. And I'm not sure what your beliefs are, but I believe that we all have we have a God-given purpose. And
Yeah.
I just happen to think I don't think God's going to give you a purpose that you hate. So it's probably going to be something that you're passionate about, or it's tied to it in some way. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's a clue.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I like to say that, I have climbed the highest mountain hoping there would lie fortune there,
Mm.
but I was wrong. And I've swam the deepest ocean seeking treasure and conviction, but was wrong. So I stopped to reconsider all my oaths of self-deception, and I found I was wrong until I surrendered to my purpose. And that's when I found everything else I'd been looking for.
That is so great. So tell us how you incorporate the music then into the business, other than, just so you enjoy music, but talk a little bit about that.
How about I show you? Let me
Yeah.
just show you what this is a song called I Surrender. It goes a little bit like
Okay.
this. I have climbed the highest mountain, hoping there would lie my fortune, but was wrong. And I swam the deepest ocean, seeking treasure and conviction, but was wrong. So I stopped to reconsider all my oaths of self-deception, and I found I was wrong. I was wrong.
That's
So
awesome.
I surrender to you. Heaven, I surrender to you. Clearly, I was not made to walk this path alone, alone. So I surrender to you. Heaven, I surrender to you. Humbled here I stand. Take me as I am back home.
Wow. That is so good. I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. And you're
So if
right.
we
I mean,
if we just surrender to who we are,
mm,
that's when we find heaven. That's when
yes,
we find everything.
I love that. So who do you most want to help? Like I know you work with, you said content, community and all of that, but where are you passionate about,
Yeah.
helping?
I'm passionate about helping people who have arrived at the place where they don't want to compromise on their happiness for their profit.
Ah,
And so that could be someone who's working at a job, but just knows they've got an entrepreneur deep inside them. And they
mhm.
want to do something, but they don't know how to do anything with the online marketing, technologies, and all
Yes.
that stuff. And so I help them make that transition to
Okay.
become successful coaches or consultants. Or I help coaches or consultants to grow their businesses using online marketing.
Okay. And that's what the ClientJam is. So that it's a software that they can
Yes,
use to do that.
ClientJam is actually a practice ground
Uh-huh.
where the coaches and consultants and entrepreneurs come to share their content in
Yes.
groups or by themselves, and then they see statistics about what's working and what's not, and they have a little CRM to manage the relationships with their clients. It's all about going from your ideas to your
Yes.
clients.
I love it. Okay, so you do a lot with marketing and the power of authority is the way I define authority is its influence and the power of authority is also play on words that you can't spell authority without author. I
Yep.
know you've written many books, so you agree with that. So what is working right now? What do you think is for your own brand, building your own authority, but also for your clients in this community? What are you seeing work the best right now?
You've hit the nail on the head. If you want to be successful in any online business, you have to be viewed as an expert.
Yes.
And as you said, authority has the word author in it.
Yes.
So if you really want to be an expert, one of the greatest things you can do is write a book. Now, I've written my latest book is called Social Velocity. It's
Love
called
it.
Why Going Fast Won't Get You Far. And it was reviewed by Seth
Ooh,
Godin.
Very nice.
Yeah, and he said Dr. Pelè shows you just how much outbound marketing has changed and helps you find your footing in a brand new world of ideas.
Yeah.
So for me, this book is everything. This book details how ClientJam works.
Okay.
It invites people to join ClientJam. It is the top of my funnel. So what I've
Okay.
found works is instead of just saying, "Hey, I'm the best person on the planet at this," net, trust
Mm-hmm.
me, everybody's saying that.
Right.
Right? Everybody and their dog and their cat on social
Mm-hmm.
media is saying that they're the best at everything. So
Right.
instead of saying it, show it by writing a book. It doesn't have to be a big book,
Right.
just a book that provides good value, and then
Mm-hmm.
connect that book back to your offer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And use the content of your book to practice your content marketing.
Yes.
That's what I've found that works.
Okay. Yes, I so agree. Why recreate the wheel? You put all that content into a
It's
book.
there.
Yeah.
I
And
have a
how,
50 I have a 52-week ClientJam challenge that's happening right now, where
uh-huh.
myself and others, we are posting every week for the next year content from whatever it is we are sharing with the world. And
Yes.
when you have a book, 52 weeks will go very fast.
Oh, yes, it will. Yes, it will. That's exactly. Yeah, we're speaking the same language because that's exactly what I tell people that, don't overthink this. You have all this content. And I believe even taking that even further, podcasting, blogging potentially, but I love video and anything you could do, just keeping in mind that not everybody's going to pick up a book. And if that content is good, you need to get it out there in multiple ways to really help people. But also the more you're out there, the more you have that authority, expert status, which is what you were saying is so important.
Absolutely.
So most of the people who are listening are likely either business owners or maybe they have a desire to start a business. Is there any advice that you would give them on how to do that?
I would suggest that you start with mindset
Okay.
before marketing. You mentioned
Mm,
earlier about your beliefs, and you were graceful in saying you don't want to assume that I have the same beliefs. And I'm just like that as well, because beliefs are what
mm,
drive results.
mm-hmm.
Look, two people can do the same exact marketing strategy. One person wins, one
Yeah.
person loses. Why? It's because of the quality of actions they took based on the quality of beliefs that they have
Mm,
inside their subconscious minds. And so we
yes.
have to start by really doing the internal work of mindset to get our beliefs focused on the kind of success we seek. Then the
Mm,
marketing works. And
yes.
so, a lot of people just jump into the marketing. I like to call it copycat marketing. You're
Hmm.
doing what you think everybody else says
Yeah.
works. But the truth is, any
It's not
marketing can work
authentic.
and any marketing can fail. But the one that's authentic to you will have the
Mhm.
most oomph.
So agree. I mean, mindset is everything. And I think I even think back to myself in 2008, I think 2007, 2008. I knew I wanted to leave corporate America. I was in software sales and I was very successful, but miserable. And
Yeah. Welcome to the
truly,
club.
right? And but I had a mindset that was, well, who do I think I am? And I had worked for Zig Ziglar, so I would always say, "You're no Zig Ziglar. Who would ever want to read your book?" and all that. And that went on for a long time. And then the moment I had a shift in my beliefs, and it was a very pivotal moment for me. I went from saying, not me, not me, not me. Who do I think I am? To, well, why not me? If I help one person and I have a story to tell, I have a heart to help others. So why not me? And that shift in my own personal beliefs is what literally ignited everything, which is now my full time business. But I could have done it years before. I had dreamed about writing a book years before. I just didn't have the belief I could. But that shift is so so key. And Dr. Pelè, I think I have your next title for your next book.
Uh-oh, what is it?
Mindset before marketing.
Oh, now do I have to give you copyright and pay you?
Just 10% of all profit. That's it. I mean, that's not much, right?
I love that. That is true, though. Thank
Yeah.
you for sharing
Yeah.
that.
You said it. I wrote it
Yeah.
down. I love it. I think it's awesome. So, well, I hate, gosh, I hate when the shows go by so fast because we don't have I could continue talking to you and all that. But what's one last thing that you want to share either about you, ClientJam, music, or just happiness before we close out?
All of the above. I would say, though, that ClientJam is still in free beta. What that means is that although we have functionality, we're still getting feedback from people. So it's free. Mm-hmm. And anyone who's listening who would like to begin practicing content marketing, it's actually a novel thing. Actually putting the practice in, like getting good at the guitar. Yeah. How about getting good at your content marketing, right? With feedback. Just join us on ClientJam. And if you would leave a link so that they can join for free.
Sure.
That's what I would share with everyone. Just come join us and let's jam.
Absolutely. And it's clientjam.com?
It's clientjam.com.
Okay. And I know your other site is drpele.com as well. So drpele.com.
Yep.
And definitely check them out. Go listen to the videos. I did see Surrender on the website. You have a lot of other ones on there as well. So thank you for sharing your passion, your heart. I do agree that you are authentically yourself when you're singing and playing your guitar. And, you know, we connect through music. So I love what you're doing. And so thank you for sharing and being on the show today.
Thank you so much, Michelle. It's been an honor. I really enjoyed our first conversation. Yes. And I enjoyed this, and I'm happy following you on social media. So it's really awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And just a reminder, you know, the show, The Power of Authority isn't about being better than anyone. It's just being who you are and being authentically who you are, but also realizing that you have the power to make an impact in other people's lives, but you have to own it and you have to put yourself out there and claim that authority in order to really make a big impact. So that's it for today's show. We'll see you all next time on the Power of Authority Spotlight. Thanks, everyone. Thanks so much for listening to the Power of Authority Spotlight. If you are a successful founder, entrepreneur, business owner, or leader that's getting results and making a difference, and you'd like to be on this program, please visit performancepublishinggroup.com/podcast to apply. That's performancepublishinggroup.com/podcast. Also, if you got something out of this interview, please share this episode. Just do a quick screenshot with your phone and text it to a friend or post it on the socials. If you know someone that would be a great guest, tag them on social media to let them know about the show and include the hashtag #ThePowerOfAuthoritySpotlight. I love seeing your posts and guest suggestions. We are regularly putting out new episodes and content, so make sure you don't miss any episodes by subscribing. Your thumbs up, ratings, and reviews go a long way to help promote the show and mean a lot to me and my team. Want to know more? Go to our websites, performancepublishinggroup.com or michelleprince.com, and follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.